Premier Heating and Air is now offering free home energy audits. Call Premier Heating and Air now at 478-300-2633 for your free home energy audit. Premier's professional technicians will inspect your vents and duct system for cleanliness, inspect your attic insulation, check your indoor air quality, evaluate moisture barriers, and more. Log on to dublin.premierishere.com or call 478-300-2633 and experience a Premier difference today. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. This offer ends 1/31/24.
Welcome everybody. I am so glad to be with Brent today out on this brand new track that we've got at Oconee Fall Line Technical College. We are on a multi-million-dollar facility here, aren't we?
Yes, we are. It costs us about $3 million to put this pad out here. We can accommodate more students. We can run 3 trucks simultaneously on the pad, where in the past it was only 2. So that allows for us to increase enrollment.
So what is it like for you training these? They look like kids to me. I know they're grown people, but at my age, I think everybody's a kid. But what kind of personal satisfaction do you get out of this?
It's kind of like the potter sitting there with a mold of clay, comes in and it really doesn't have any shape to it. And then as we progress through the next 9 weeks, you can see that that individual starting to take shape and really grasp the concepts of operating this piece of equipment, maneuvering it around this pad, taking it out on the road, and safely operating it. It's a lot of satisfaction.
Yeah. I had a truck driver tell me recently. He said, "James, it's so easy once you go through the school and you know what you're doing, get your CDL and all that." He said, "It's really not that difficult." What do you say?
I agree. So I'm very much a recent Class A CDL holder. About 11 months ago, I came through this very program, thought I knew everything there was to know about maneuvering one of these trucks, and was quickly humbled on day number 1. But as I progressed through it, just like these students do, I began to better understand the concepts, and now when I get on the road, I'm confident that I can safely operate the truck and get from one destination to the next.
So why would someone want to come to Oconee Fall Line and get a degree in truck driving?
I like to say that we're the best training facility in the state. We have plenty of, as a matter of fact, we have 5 full-time instructors in the CDL program. We run 3 class schedules a day. We have a morning, which is 7:30 to 12, an afternoon, 12:30 to 5, and then a 5:30 to 10. And each one of those classes, we've got a full-time instructor and at least two lab assistants that can help facilitate what's going on out here. So the students get more one-on-one training, and it's just, they better grasp what's happening.
Yeah, and therefore, that's where the easy, once they get through it, I'm probably, when they first start out, it's like you said, it's humbling and it's probably intimidating.
Right.
This big old truck behind us here, what's that weigh?
When it's fully loaded, that's 80,000 pounds.
Wow. You better know what you're doing.
You better know. You just don't run up on a stop sign and decide, well, I'm going to stop like you would in a passenger car. When you're operating this piece of equipment, you've got to be a defensive driver. You've got to be planning, what's going to happen 4 to 10 seconds down the road. Pay attention to the other traffic around you. So it's just so you can plan to keep yourself safe and the other motorists.
Yeah, you got to anticipate what's going on. I say that even in my car, I anticipate things around. I'm not worried about myself, really. I'm worried about all these other people out there, and I'm not driving a 80,000-pound vehicle. So, so let's stay on that just a second. To us, the people riding around in cars and trucks, when we see trucks trying to get out, trying to turn, or they're coming in front of us, tell us how to be more, I guess, have better manners, driving manners when it comes to truck drivers.
Yeah, so treat that truck like you treat your favorite aunt or your grandmother. Be courteous around it. Give it the space that it needs. you're looking at a truck from front bumper to back that's 60 foot, maybe even longer. This one here is about 60 feet long. It needs that distance so that it can safely enter the roadway. If you're cutting it off and you pass it and you hop right in front of that bumper, something goes wrong, you put yourself at injury. Give it the room it needs. You see it flip the blinker on, just slow down a minute. Let them merge into the lane. That keeps traffic going. That's my take on it, and kind of how I practice out on the roadway just as a general motorist. I pay attention to these trucks when they're moving.
I always give them the right of way when they're trying to get in and out, like coming off a ramp. Because if they got to stop or slow way down for me to, when I could have just moved over, you're really holding up. You're holding up everything. You're holding up our merchandise, and these clothes we got on, these cameras that are filming us, everything we have was brought to us by a truck at some point, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There is nothing that you enjoy in life that did not arrive on a semi-truck.
Yeah, it's incredible what they move, and from our groceries, and like you said, everything has to be brought. It may come in on a train car, but it's going to have to be put on a truck.
Absolutely.
To get to the local grocery store or whatever. So when you see former students, say in the supermarket or somewhere, and you see how good they're doing, what kind of personal satisfaction is that?
As a matter of fact, we have a former student out here of not only the diesel program, but he's a commercial truck driving student. To see him come back and take the knowledge that he learned and begin applying it to these new students, you don't get any better satisfaction than that. That's just, it warms your heart.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to hop in one of these trucks and just see if we really know what we're doing out here. I'm going to put Brent to the test, and he's got some students out here. So we're going to take a break. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Heath Richter, and we just want to invite everybody to come on down to the Houston Clinic and check us out at our new facility. We've been in Dublin for a while now, obviously, but have a new office here, and we'd just like you to come down and see some of the new stuff we're offering. And if you need to get checked out, we'd be glad to do that for you. We've got able to do some ultrasound-guided injections now, and physical therapy, and just a little bit better space, so hopefully we can get you in and out of here a little bit quicker.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin Wind Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From mowing to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin Wind Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's Four Seasons.
go for a ride. We're gonna release our brakes. And we'll take this 2018 Pete for a stroll around town. When we take the students out on the road, our objective is to teach them how to safely navigate the roadway with other motorists. So they learn how to make the right-hand turns and the left-hand turns, stop, and check their cross traffic. There's truly a lot that goes into operating a piece of this equipment. You got to make sure when you pull out that you don't run over the gate or a stop sign. And throughout the course of driving with our students, we give them many different opportunities to experience different types of traffic patterns, whether it's two-lane, low traffic roads, such as the one here by the Technical College, all the way out to the interstate. And given different times of the day, the interstate could be a low traffic road. And then other times it can be very difficult to get onto. One of the things that I learned as a truck driving student, James, was to keep my head on a swivel, constantly checking the mirrors. And it's just become a good practice. You see what traffic is approaching you, and then we, as an instructor, we convey that information on to our students. And as an instructor, we would be sitting where you are in the passenger seat, constantly analyzing what our students are doing, how are they behaving behind the wheel. Just making sure that every decision they make is the decision that keeps all of us in the truck safe. And you've probably heard that word safe a lot throughout this interview, but really at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. Making safe decisions so that the freight gets where it's supposed to be in a timely manner. You get back home to your family. So this particular truck that we're driving in today is an auto shift truck. We do have a very large portion of our fleet is still manual shift, and we're going to teach our students how to manual shift. But when they gave me the role of division chair for transportation, part of my observation was the students needed some training wheels on the truck. So the quickest way to put training wheels on a truck is to get one with an automatic transmission. And the way that helps, the student can get out here and they don't have to focus on shifting gears. Their focus is on handling this piece of equipment as large as it is, reducing that anxiety, where they can get used to how does it handle. Once we get past that point, then we'll give them the gear shifter. It's just, instead of eating the whole pie, we're going to eat parts of the pie. And that has worked tremendously well. As we get out here on the interstate, that's where we teach our students how to make lane changes left and right, because you never know where the slow traffic is and when you need to get around it. So we'd have them do a safe lane change to the left if traffic permits. Sometimes the traffic's so thick that we can't change lanes. And then other times, like now, we would make that safe lane change to the left. When they get out here and get straightened up, then we'll have them make the lane change back to the right. And that just gets them used to the way that truck feels as it's maneuvering back and forth. With anything that's weighing 80,000 pounds, you can feel the weight behind you flexing the suspension of the truck. And for some people, that can be really unnerving. Here in a moment, we'll make an exit and exit 49. And we'll show you how we get the students to navigate this turn. During our drive with the students, we take them on into town, into Dublin, so that they can see, what it's like with congested traffic and tighter turns. Check our traffic, make sure nothing is coming up alongside of us. So you saw what the on interstate experience looks like. As we return, we'll travel down Pine Hill Road, show you navigating around the roundabout, that portion. They give two different views. As when the viewers are looking at it, they get a better understanding of what their training is going to look like, and what they may experience as once they become a driver.
These are the tough ones, probably. We had a red light earlier. We have a stop sign here.
Yeah, the stop sign, they can be a little tougher to negotiate. All of our new trucks have collision mitigation systems on them, which has really helped a lot. It lets you know when you've crossed the white line or the yellow line. If you get too close to a truck or another vehicle, even a person, it will apply the brakes for you. So there's a lot of technology that is built into the trucks that we're using today on the driving range to teach these students how to be successful drivers. So we're approaching the roundabout. You hear a lot of people complain that, I don't know why we need a roundabout. Why can't it just be a traffic light or a stop sign? Well, a roundabout keeps traffic moving continuously. No one has to stop. So as we negotiate this roundabout, we just got to keep our trailer off of the curb. We just take it slow and easy around it. And this truck is 96 inches wide, and the lane that we're traveling in is 12 feet. So you have a little bit of space on either side of the truck, but it's not like there's a tremendous amount of wiggle room when we're out driving. So we keep it slow and easy. These 2-lane country roads is where our students best learn how to shift gears, shift up and shift down once they made it past getting used to the way the truck feels and its operation. So when we teach our students, when we're approaching a through intersection like we are here, it's to be mindful if there was traffic sitting on either side, they could at a moment's notice pull out in front of us. So you need to be covering the brake, watching what's going on, be braced up. So you're anticipating something happening. If you heard that beeping noise, that was just telling me, saying, hey driver, you've crossed the yellow line, get back in your lane. And the way that works is if I was to cross that white line, you would hear the beeping over on the right hand side of the truck. So not only do you have visual cues, you also have audible cues to help you stay alert as a driver. What's so amazing about these new trucks is their ability to communicate back with a repair facility. Oftentimes before a check engine light ever alerts the driver that there's an issue, this truck is already communicated back to the nearest repair facility for that brand, whether it's Peterbilt, Kenworth, the brand is PACCAR, or if it's Freightliner, it communicate back to Daimler Truck. And then they can start researching what may be wrong with the truck and then communicate that to the nearest repair shop and get that information to the driver. So that helps to decrease downtime as well. Helps keep the driver, en route, or on route, I should say, with as little downtime, as possible. This is probably one of our harder turns to negotiate for our students, and it's just because West Lawrence School Road kind of comes back on us at an angle, and then Pine Hill Road's wanting to turn. But once we get them up here and we get them through it the first time, you can see that big old smile arrive on their face, and they realize that hey, I can do this. This is very much a reality for me, and in just a few short weeks, they have their, they'll be road tested and be ready to go to the Department of Driver Services to convert that completed road test where we have signed off that they've satisfactorily passed their vehicle inspection, their maneuvers out here on the backing pad, and negotiated the road maneuvers safely. And all that happens in about 9 weeks. So we're arriving back here at Oconee Fall Line Technical College's brand new driving range that we are so proud of. And just like the exit out, we got to negotiate that entrance in. When you came in your car, it's just real easy to whip it in there and, no problem. When we get into these trucks, we just don't whip it in there anymore.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Gay. I'm a local orthopedic surgeon with Houston Clinic Orthopedics, and we'd really like to invite everybody to come out to our new office facility to take a look at it. It's a larger space with physical therapy, and we're just excited to have it, and we'd love for people to come out and visit us.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
Another year is winding down here at Dublin Chevrolet GMC, and we all know what that means. With more inventory and better deals, we're gearing up for a spectacular holiday season. So there's no better time to find the car of your dreams or the truck or SUV of your choice here at Dublin Chevrolet GMC. And don't forget to come in and register for our annual 12 Days of Christmas giveaway now. Just remember, we do Christmas well here at Dublin Chevrolet GMC.
From humble beginnings with a desire to serve the Dudley community, Bank of Dudley has grown to 5 locations, serving Lawrence, Twiggs, and surrounding counties. Serving our community since 1905, the Bank of Dudley is looking forward to its 2nd century of community banking. Drop in today to any of our 5 locations: Jeffersonville, Dudley, East Dublin, Veterans Boulevard, and downtown Dublin. Bank of Dudley, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience. Professional grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $800.
Your Kubota dealer is Mid-State Tractor and Equipment, 1325 North Jefferson, Dublin.
Welcome back, everybody. Wow, that was incredible. Now, to get up in one of these trucks, first of all, you have a new respect for it.
Absolutely.
Is that what you meant by humbling?
It is very humbling. So when you sat down and see that truck, did you see how much better you could see around you?
Yes.
It's kind of like climbing up to the top of the mountain and getting a view across the valley.
Yeah.
So naturally, you're sitting higher. You're in a bigger piece of equipment. The end of the front bumper's 10 foot in front of you.
Yeah.
It's very humbling to hop in something this large.
And it makes me think, trucks will have on the back, if you're here or whatever, I can't remember the terminology, but basically if you're in that blind spot, they can't see you in the mirrors. Explain that to us.
So the rule of thumb is, as a motorist, if you can't see the driver in his mirror, he can't see you either.
That's dangerous.
That's very dangerous. The passing side is always the left-hand side or the driver's side of the vehicle. Avoid passing on the right-hand side if at all possible. And just keep that rule of thought in mind that if you can't see the driver in his mirror, he can't see you either.
We have quite a few students at OFTC now or in the past and hopefully in the future. And I want you to listen to us now that can drive a truck, but they come back to OFTC to learn diesel technology, to be able to work on their own trucks. How advantageous is that?
It's very, very advantageous. The average shop hourly rate right now is knocking on about $200 an hour. So if you can just do the basic maintenance on your truck, you could save yourself thousands of dollars across the course of the year. Just going through the diesel technology program here. And in this program, we're going to teach you how to work on the whole truck.
Yeah.
But your time constraints may not allow you to dive deep in to repair an engine, but it could be enough to change the oil and change your brakes, and so it's very beneficial.
Yeah, it
absolutely.
adds up. Every little bit you can save, keep in your own pocket. I think it's great. You can hear the trucks. Those air brakes you've been hearing as Brent and I have been talking. But last thing, this is my favorite. When you come to Oconee Fall Line and you go through this program, you are guaranteed a job. Y'all help, and that's one thing about OFTC. Y'all are vested in these students. You don't just want them to graduate and get out of here. You got their money. It's not about that, is it?
It's not about that at all. You become family. As a student, you become part of our family. And I like to tell the students on day one, I say, well, am I going to have a job at the end of this? Absolutely, there is a job waiting on you. If I could hand them a handful of darts and say, hey, throw it at that map right there, and wherever it lands, there's a job waiting. That's true.
Yeah.
In the trucking industry, it's where do you want to go work and how much do you want to see? That's very much a reality, and it's the same with the diesel side of it, is repair. Where do you want to go?
Yeah. And see the country. I told you off camera earlier, my mother-in-law and daddy-in-law, which have gone on to be with the Lord now, but they got to see the country. They were partners, and she'd drive a while, he'd drive a while, but to be able to see, they traveled all over the country. So you can do that, or you don't have to do that. You can run from the port back and forth with these containers. I think every truck comes by me, he's got a container on it. I mean, they do millions. We had the guy that Griff, I can't say Griff's last name, but he's head of the port down there in Savannah. How many containers a day leave there on I-95, I-60? We're just seeing a few of them on 16.
Yeah, we're just seeing a drop in the bucket. We were graciously invited to tour the port, and I've always seen it from a distance.
Yeah.
But then I got to get inside of it and look, and it was just hard to wrap your head around exactly how much freight they move inside, that small amount of acreage. The amount of ships that come in and the boxes that come off, the boxes that go back on. The state of Georgia's got it going on.
Oh, yeah, we do. And Dublin's got it going on because we are right between Hartsville International and the port of Savannah, Brunswick, or we've got multiple ports down there. But yeah, it is amazing, and they've got it now where you don't have to wait long as you used to. You can go, I don't know how many lanes you can go through, and they drop that container on there, and you take off. And I don't know if you live in Dublin, if you can make 2 trips a day or 3 trips a day. I really don't know how that works, according to where you got to take it, I guess. But that, to me, is incredible. You're home at night. You leave in the morning, get home at whatever time, and you're home every night with your family. So you can pick and choose to some degree, can't you? What you want to do.
To some degree, you can. Naturally, that freight has a timeline that it needs to arrive at its destination or be back to the port. So you got to work within those constraints, but you may not always have to leave at 4 in the morning.
That's right.
You may get an extra couple hours of sleep, and my appointment is this time, and so you, as a driver, you've got some flexibility in how you schedule your day out.
Now, when you first start out, you graduate from Oconee Fall Line, and you first start out, what is about the average wage you could be able to start at?
So in the world of trucking, it's all paid by the mile. So you're looking anywhere from 50 cents a mile to $1.68 a mile. It just really depends on the company you land with and where you are geographically. The closer you get to Atlanta, and maybe you're hauling specialized freight across the country, it's probably going to pay a little more.
Right.
You know, if you stay very local and you don't get too far from home, the pay will be maybe a little less. It just back to where do you want to go?
Yeah.
And really, how much do you want to make?
Yeah, the sky's the limit. I mean, really, you can get out if you hustle. You can, and you're going to be hauling all kind of things. You may be hauling fireworks. You know, that'd be kind of scary for me to haul fireworks. But you got to haul. You know, like we said a while ago, trucks got to get it to and from. Or you may be picking up Mercedes-Benz or Kias, and we import and export these Kias coming out of West Point. So. It could be a number of things. So, like you said, it's according to what trucking company you go to work for. But I know at every job fair we have at Oconee Fall Line, there's trucking companies there hiring on the spot.
There is. We always, Howard Shepherd's always here, BH Transfer's here, and many of the other trucking companies as well, looking for drivers, you know, to come on board with them, haul their freight. Talking about jobs that's coming and freight needs to be moved with the new Wasson facility getting ready to start construction. There's going to be a ton of freight that comes out of there that's got to go to its next destination.
Yeah. And y'all are preparing already. They've just purchased the land. They're just going in there, just getting ready to break ground. And Oconee Fall Line is ahead of the curve every time. Y'all are a part of even when we're trying to get these jobs here. Oconee Fall Line's at the table saying, we're going to do this, we'll guarantee you this, and you're doing it. I mean, you told me off camera a while ago, and I want you to tell our audience now, but the increase of students. Talk about those numbers.
So when they gave me the responsibility of being division chair for transportation, one of the tasks they said was, we want you to increase enrollment. So I spent a little time just analyzing what we were currently doing and found a way to adjust the schedule so we could add that afternoon class. By adding the afternoon class on the 3 campuses, just that alone increases by 24 students each term. So in a semester, that's an increase of 48.
Wow.
And bringing on this new pad that we're standing on today, it's a modified carousel. So the maneuvers are a lot easier for the students to understand and grasp a lot quicker. So that's going to help us to increase our enrollment in a few more semesters. So as time goes, we'll have one of the largest CDL programs in the state. Yeah. That's my goal, is to be the #1 program.
Yeah, we want to be the best. We're already the best. You just want to be #1 as far as you know, people that are coming and taking part in this program. So, and I love it when I see you trucks around everywhere. It's always student-centered, career-driven, and that's so important for you to understand. If you're watching us now, is it is student-centered, but we are career-driven. You're not going to a university, or you're not going somewhere and you got to pay all this money and you graduate and can't get a job. But with Oconee Fall Line, not only are you graduating and getting a job, you don't owe all that money.
You don't. When you arrive debt-free. You leave debt-free.
Amen, brother.
Mentioning the career-driven portion, when we get ready to start a new program out here, there's a tremendous amount of data that goes into, well, is there jobs to support that? Because we don't want you getting a certificate or a diploma and not be able to do anything with it.
Yeah.
So we put all that thought into it. We survey our service delivery area, and then we begin the development process. And so we are student-centered and career-driven.
That's incredible. Oconee Fall Line Technical College, you see the website. It's been on the screen as Brent and I have talked. It's OFTC.edu. I think I could do that in my sleep. I've said it so many times. I cut up with people when I do shows out here. I've been asked many times in town, how long have I worked at Oconee Fall Line? I said, well, I do work for them, but I'm not on staff at OFTC, but I spent so much time out here, and I'm sold on it because you sitting there saying, I don't want to be a truck driver. Y'all, we offer over 100 degrees. 100. There's something that you can do. There's something to sink your teeth into. And if you say, well, I don't know what I'd do, well, come out here. We have a way to figure that out. And we have
Sure.
people here that help you figure that out, don't we?
Absolutely we do. So pick you something between A and Z. What is it that you want to do? We may not offer that program, but we offer classes to get you started into that program. We have an articulation agreement with all the technical colleges. We have articulation agreements with university system schools. So it's very easy to start at home, get a certificate, get a diploma. You can grab your associate's degree here in many of our programs.
Yes.
And then you can take that and move it on out and transfer to one of the USG schools and pick you up a bachelor's or master's. There is no better time than today to get started.
Amen. And with Hope, they've made it more appealing for technical schools in Georgia. So it's just incredible. And last thing I want to say is I love coming to graduation, and I'll see somebody coming across the stage getting their GED. And then a couple years later, I say, I've seen that guy before, I've seen that girl before. And he or she's coming across the stage and they're getting that associate degree or that degree, and it could be anything. If you say, I hadn't graduated high school, listen, y'all, we will help you with your GED. It's not difficult. So with our adult education department, we'll handle that, and then you can go on to the next thing. So.
Absolutely.
You cannot go wrong with Oconee Fall Line Technical College. We are a part of the system of technical colleges in Georgia, and that's what Brent's talking about. If you want to move on from here, or you want to go through the bridge program, start with LPN, go with the bridge, nursing, or whatever it might be. Come on out here to Oconee Fall Line. Log on our website. It's so easy to use. I'm telling you, whoever designed y'all's website, they know what they're doing. So go on there, take a look, look at the financial part of it, and see where we can help. But look, if you'll invest in Oconee Fall Line, I can guarantee you we'll invest in you. So Brent, thank you for talking to me today, and you just proud as a peacock standing on this $3 million pad, aren't you?
Listen, my level of excitement, I'm not sure whether to run around or what exactly to do. I'm very proud of it.
I've got his feet cemented down. It's the only reason he stayed here for this 30-minute interview. But I know you are proud. I can just
very much so.
I could see when you walked up and we come out here. And how could you not be?
It's state of the art.
Yep, it is.
State of the art.
Okay, well, however you're watching us today, YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or on television like I watch, no matter how you're watching us, thank you for joining us today right here on TV 35.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future. That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter. Member FDIC.
All right, boys, if you want to go to college, you have to clear out another one of these.
What if we told you there was a better way to save for your kids' college than pickle jars? Morris Bank's Savings Builder account and moolah makes saving for your kids' college easier than ever. All you have to do is connect the account to your debit card, where it automatically rounds up your purchases to the nearest dollar, depositing that spare change into a moolah account where it will grow into a nice little nest egg for whatever your kids have their sights set on.
Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op offers a full range of communication products and services to its members in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. We take pride in being your total communications provider, and we work hard to provide quality services at the best prices. In addition to offering phone service, we provide high-speed internet and digital high-def TV. And we always strive to put our members first. Progressive Rule, your total communications company. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you. ProgressiveTel.com. Call 478-984-4201 or stop by 890 Simpson Avenue in Renss. Progressive Rule Telephone Co-op.
Hello, my name is Steve Harden, and I'm the lead pastor of the Dublin Church of God. We want to give you a special invitation to come and visit us here in house. On Sundays, it's at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m., and Wednesday nights, it's at 7 p.m. Our church is located in 1059 Claxton Dairy Road in Dublin, Georgia. We are a church that ministers to the whole family to give them hope, to counsel, to love, and a place to grow. We invite you to join us on our spiritual journey. We're looking for that blessed hope and the glorious appearance of our great God and Savior Jesus Christ.